Hello friends, I'm George, the nice medic gentleman. In my previous video I did a review of the Dior Homme 2020, and today I just wanted to quickly compare this fragrance to another fragrance from that Dior Homme line, which is called the Dior Homme Original. So today I'm going to quickly compare those two fragrances, and I'm going to tell you what are the differences between the two of them. Okay, let's first talk about the actual scent profile, because I think that's where the biggest difference between these two fragrances lies. Now, the Dior Homme 2020, as the name would suggest, was launched back in 2020, and it's sort of that odd type of a child in this fragrance line. It strays very far away from the original DNA. Officially, this fragrance is known as a woody type of a fragrance, but I would add that it's like citrusy, woody, slightly spicy type of a fragrance. You get a nice citrusy opening. There's a note of bergamot in the opening, and actually that note of bergamot stays with the fragrance throughout its life, from the beginning till the very end, and then dries down to an woody fragrance. You got some cedar, I think it was an atlas cedar, some cashmere oud, some vetiver. Isoe super is very much used in this fragrance as well, and there's also some vetiver in here. It's sort of a versatile, maybe you can call it a mass-pleasing type of scent. Again, as I said, it strays very far away from the original Dior Homme scent profile. I would say that it gets this sort of I get this sort of a dry feeling of this fragrance. It's not very imaginative. It's not very sort of artistic. It's maybe a bit boring, but it's versatile and it's a mass-pleasing type of scent. On the other hand, we have the Dior Homme Original. Now, this before the launch of Dior Homme 2020, this was simply known as Dior Homme. But when Dior launched the 2020 flanker, they renamed the Dior Homme to Dior Homme Original. Now, this has the original DNA, that well-known iris lipsticky powdery DNA of the Dior Homme line. It's sweet, it's powdery. Think of it, if you have ever tried Dior Homme Intense, for example. Think of the Dior Homme Original as the Dior Homme Intense's smaller brother, let's call it that way. It's interesting, it's playful, it's sweet, it's more artistic in a way compared to the Dior Homme 2020. Next, let's talk about performance. Now, I should mention that both those two fragrances come in EDT concentration, so you should expect the same type of performance out of both of them, and I can confirm that this indeed is the case. I get about 7 hours of performance out of both those two fragrances, with a sort of a moderate projection for the first about hour and a half. And as far as the projection goes, I would give a slight edge to the Dior Homme 2020. It gets, although it's not a loud fragrance, it still, I think, projects just a tiny little bit more compared to the Dior Homme Original. Now, versatility wise, I think they're almost equal, but I would give a slight edge to the Dior Homme 2020, because of that citrusy note in here, that bergamot fresh note. This can be used in hot weather as well, and also has enough of performance to be used in cold weather. Whereas the Dior Homme Original, because of its sweetness, it might get a bit glowing in hot weather. So versatility wise, I will give a slight edge to the Dior Homme 2020. And now, at the end, let's talk about the other big difference between those two fragrances, apart from the actual scent profile. And that big difference is availability. Dior Homme 2020 is available from the official Dior websites around the world, and also from Dior official stores around the world. And it's also readily available at discounters. Whereas the Dior Homme Original, for some reason, Dior decided to make this one an European exclusive fragrance. So the only official way to get this one is through websites, Dior's official websites in Europe, and Dior official stores in Europe. And also, because of the fact that it's available only in Europe, this also can be very rarely found on discounter websites. For some reason, Dior decided to make this one an European exclusive fragrance. And at the end, just to sum things up, Dior Homme 2020, it's probably the new direction that Dior are going to take the whole Dior Homme line. For me, it's interesting what Dior will going to do with this DNA. Whether we're going to see an EDP flanker to this fragrance, maybe on parfum concentration flanker to this fragrance. It's an woody, citrusy fragrance that's very much a business-like type of a fragrance, not very artistic, not very interesting, but sort of a mass-pleasing type of scent. Whereas the Dior Homme Original carries that original iris DNA. It's more playful, it's sweeter, it's more artistic in a way. If you love iris and you've never tried Dior Homme Original and you live in Europe, you definitely need to check out Dior Homme Original. So guys, this was all I had for today. I hope that you found this video interesting or informative. If you did, give it a like, hit that subscribe button for more future content. More importantly, stay safe, and I'm gonna see you in my next video. Bye bye.